Hey guys, it's Wednesday, and I'm back with some free apps. As we know, we have switched up the content schedule, the format of everything. I'm going more live now. There's no more Quick Tip Tuesdays, no more Fun Fact Fridays, just apps. We're going to talk about apps Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. So it's Wednesday, so let's get into it. Hopefully everything works out well with this live stream. It's been a messy start. Alright, so for today, the free apps are from Cakewalk, and they are called PX64 and VX64. One is a vocal strip plugin, and one is a percussion strip plugin. So in order to get this, you have to download and install Cakewalk, which is a DAW. And for some strange reason, well, let me just do this real quick. So you download, install the DAW, and you go to utilities. You have to go to Cakewalk plugin manager, utilities, Cakewalk plugin manager, and this screen pops up. You have to go to VST audio effects, and under here it's going to say show excluded. And when you do that, for you will see these two plugins here. You'll see the VX64 vocal strip and the PX64 percussion strip. Now this is something that I already did, so it's now showed in my enabled plugins, but for some reason by default they have it excluded, and you have to go in show excluded. You'll see them there. You'll see another, I think another one there, and you have to highlight them and then hit enable plugin. Once you do that, then the plugins will now be enabled. I don't know why they do that, and I read online that whenever you run an update on Cakewalk, it reverts back to this excluded, unenabled state. So you're probably going to have to do that every time, maybe. But once you do that, if you look right here, once you highlight the plugin, it shows you the file path. So what I'm going to do is, I don't want it here. I kind of touched on that in the video I did yesterday dealing with VST file paths, and this is not where I want it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this file path, copy it, open a folder. I'm going to click up here, paste that path in there. I don't need the file name in the path, I just need the folder path. I'm going to get rid of the file name, hit enter. So now when we go to this internal folder, this is where these plugins are stored. I'm going to move them. So I'm going to grab this ST PX64, that's the percussion strip, and this one right here, the ST VX64, is the vocal strip. I'm going to Control C to copy. Then I'm going to go to my program files, go to my VST folder, and I'm going to just paste those folders in here. So now that I have these in here, I'm going to close Cakewalk because I really don't use it that much. I'll do a video on Cakewalk soon. It's on my list of things to do for a live stream video. Talk about my experiences with it and how I got there and why I'm not there anymore. But yeah, so now we're in Reaper. Let's open a new project and let's get that out of here. And I'm gonna change this screen view. Alright, so I have a kick for an example, and the tempo is 130, so let me set that right now and try to locate that file. And also I'm gonna have to do a plugin scan. So I highlight the browser and hit F5. It's gonna scan and it should show up. Let's see if it's under new. It is. Beautiful. Everything is working out. So now I'm gonna drag a kick in. Let's loop this. Alright, so we can hear the kick. So I'm gonna drag the percussion plugin on here. Percussion strip plugin. So this is what it looks like. From left to right, let's look at it. For over here, we have where everything starts, your signal path starts. So we have input gain right here, and we also have saturation. We'll come back to that in a minute. Over here we have a shaper, which is mostly like a transient shaper, and you can enable it with this button. More to come with that. Then we got this compressor slash expander, and you can enable what parts you want. You have threshold ratio settings. We have the equalizer here. Once again, the enable button, basic equalizer settings and parameters. And at the bottom we have a delay. So you see how it's divided up: shaper, compressor, expander, equalizer, delay. And then over here you get visual representation of whatever you're engaging. And also down here now we have routing, where you can actually switch up the order of how these plugins are going to be processing your sound. So the signal flow. So if you want the EQ before the compressor, you can switch that up here. You just drag and drop, rearrange how you want them to go. Okay. Now at the end, we end up kind of like how we started. We have more saturation here. We could turn it on and off and dial it in. And we have output gain, so you can level match if you need to. So that's pretty much it. So let's just mess around with this kick a little bit and see what it does. So these changes are very subtle, which is good. You don't want it to be crazy, because there's a lot you can do within this plugin. Whenever I'm dealing with plugins like this that has multiple functions, I always get a little bit nervous, because sometimes, you know, it's just got too much going on and it doesn't do a good job of processing your sound. Your sound gets overprocessed and destroyed. Most times that's not what you're going for, but I think this one is very subtle considering. Let's turn on the transient shaper. You can hear the difference with the attack time. Wait. Of course, if you're listening to this with something with a sub, you'll definitely hear the difference. Decay. Okay. And then we have color, which is adding some more saturation also to the transients and just different parts of the sound. We got our compressor. So we got a readout of gain reduction both here and here. And you just pretty much have control over threshold and ratio. No attack times, no release time. It's probably preset. I'm not going to mess with the expander or the EQ, but you know, standard stuff. So that's pretty much it for that. We got saturation on the output, we can mess with, and level match. So that's pretty much it. So let's look at the other one. Of course, I'm not going to run the kick audio through this because this is a vocal strip, but we're just going to look at the parameters that are here because they're a little bit different, because it's for vocals. So we see at the beginning we start out the same way with input level, output level on both sides, And we also have a saturation knob, just like before. Here we have a de-esser, and which is definitely needed for vocals. There is a doubler here. It's interesting. And we have a compander, which is a compressor expander, once again. And we have a tube equalizer and delay. And once again, at the end, we have the ability to rearrange the order of the processing based on what you're trying to accomplish. This plugin has been around for a while, but it was always a very good plugin as far as getting some decent sound out of it. So when you get a chance, guys, check it out and see if it works for you. Add it to your arsenal. You can use it as, you know, on your main vocals, or use it on something that you're trying to just do some more background effect vocals, or whatever audio you want to put through it. You can utilize it. You can just utilize it for the saturation alone, but or just the compressor. You have all these options, but it's a cool set of plugins to check out. The only thing is you gotta install Cakewalk first and kind of go through some of those steps that I went through. I still don't understand why they disable it by default, but hopefully Cakewalk will fix that in one of their future updates. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Remember, the post schedule has changed. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, I'll be doing free apps. So I'll be back on Friday with another free app. I think I have an idea of what I'm going to talk about already. I just got to prep it. And the link is in the description for this. Check it out, guys. Download it. See how it works for you. So that's it for me. Thanks for watching the video, guys. And as always, you will see me in the next video.